couple of weeks back, I did a video titled Americans Are Turning on Black Lives Matter. Well, here we are in Chicago again, where there are local activists actually stepping up to BLM, the Marxist organization that wants to destroy the family and wants to see your daughter's sons and your son's daughters. Yeah, these folks, these folks are actually being told off right now. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Brother, I'm with you. I'm 150% with you because they don't want you. I'm assuming he's not alphabetical, but it's not about you. It's about pushing this ideology that's wholly anti-American and really looks to destabilize and destroy just for the sake of destroying. Because if you ask these folks out there why are they protesting, it's more than likely an anti-violence march, because we've been doing those for forever and a day. And when it comes to Chicago, I'm from Newark. Oh, I'm not from Newark. I'm from the Newark area, and Irvington, and and they what's the name? And it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same blueprint in both of these largely urban spaces. For generations now, they've been infecting and poisoning these communities with policies such as the drug war and my main bread and butter is the drug war, so we're just going to use that as a shining example. But they've infected these communities and created this space where heterosexual black men are first on the chopping block to be knocked off. And honestly, when BLM and those types, the Antifa type / BLM types organizations come out there crying, oh my goodness, look at this black life, they're snickering on the other side of that because, well, yeah, this gives us all the excuse in the world we need to go and do our bullshit. So it's fantastic watching these folks stand up to them. Yeah, because it's not their neighborhoods, and they're out there trying to proclaim to speak for you, brother. And so that's why I really appreciate the fire and intensity going on here, because it's fake. It's fake. It's phony. It has nothing to do with the legitimate problems that these communities face. Namely, that they're run by individuals whose handlers, because I don't care if it's your council person or your mayor, they're somebody's puppet, and their handlers have their own agenda. And if it goes against their agenda, they couldn't care less. Guys, I'm an elected official. I'm a part of a county committee that I really don't even deal with or talk to because they don't like me. They can't stand me. I actually want to see legitimate change. I want to see a return of manufacturing. I want to see the drug war end, right? Like, these are things like that these are building blocks. I want the family courts to be addressed, right? I want child support to be addressed. These are the building blocks that are necessary for these communities to even begin to start to smell a turnaround. But unfortunately, they like the charity and in grievance studies are industries within themselves, and and these two things can't coexist. You can't have people just like with access to the resources that will legitimately empower them, while simultaneously crying about there's no resources for these people. They've been having their cake and eating it too for the past 4 or 5 generations, particularly in urban America after the signing of the Civil Rights Act.
Now stand up if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. don't see none of you motherfuckers when the kids been murdered. Don't forget about them motherfuckers on the other side too. That ain't no shit. The other motherfuckers over there that ain't no shit. Don't forget about them bozos too. Fuck you gonna have a red nose on the fucking mask. Don't forget about them bozos. Bozo the clown ass niggas.
You can feel the frustration. You can hear how tired they are of it in their voices, and you know, like, hey, don't forget about them. Don't forget about them either. All of them, all these BLM, just like, it's nonsense. And the crazy part is that we've seen this since Ferguson, guys. We saw round one of this, and the fact that it's that, like, you know, you still have people who, you know, are so blind and so you know, willing to dig into this narrative just because it's infuriating. We watched what happened. A lot of people who are just now getting their eyes open. I mean, guys, this is like, since Ferguson, since Darren Seals and the other 5 black men who were, you know, allegedly who were found dead since Ferguson, this has been a nonsense ploy. Something for the DNC and Antifa. You know, you got your likes of Tim Pool liking to say, oh yeah, you know, BLM and Antifa, they're 2 different things. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe BLM and Antifa are 2 different things at all. I believe BLM, like, you know, like, is no matter what it was back at the beginning in Ferguson, has become a wing of Antifa. You know, just another means in which to, like, because they flat out say that they're Marxist. So just another means in which to push their grievance studies, bullshit ideas and ideologies. It's beautiful. They're like, yo, the black ones and the white ones, all of you, because and that really goes to something that I've talked about on this channel quite a bit. There is, you know, no real barrier to being an awful human being. There really isn't. It doesn't matter what's between your legs. It doesn't matter what your skin tone is. Being a shitty person really is, that's really where true equality lies, guys. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss the like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. I'm going to give videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, it's really good to see folks actually, you know, standing up and saying, nah, this is nonsense, this is BS, and really call it out for what it is. Exploitation. The exploitation of these tragedies, the exploitation of the anger a lot of people, whether you feel is justified or not, a lot of people feel when it comes to, you know, this country and its history. And the wildest thing, at least in my book, is that so many of the people who are really riding that wave have absolute, like, you know, that's not your beef. You just got here 10 minutes ago, bruh. Like, be grateful for what happened before you got here, and let's move on. Be here, like, you know, let's improve these areas. Let's get these things figured out. But as long as you know, the Lightfoots and the Ross Barakas of the world remain in the positions that the Phil Murphys and Cuomos of the world remain in the position that they're in, these Hydra-esque individuals, man, we got a long road ahead of us. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, until the next one.